Libra, hi, how are you doing? It's Lisa. I'm just here having my coffee, and we're going to do March 2022 general reading. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoy it and you'll come back and see me again. And if you have been here before, it really does mean a lot. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to do past, present, and possible outcome for Libra in March 2022. Alright, started. Got the Four of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Wands. And we got the Eight of Wands, the Sun, and the Seven of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and Justice. Alright, Libra, let's see what we can find out. I'll clarify with another deck, and then we'll pull an oracle card at the end, right? Okay. Looks like in the recent past you might have been feeling kind of disappointed about something. Just maybe bored, disappointed. Almost like annoyed. This guy, he always reminds me of somebody who's really, really annoyed. Like he just, everything's boring, everything's disappointing. Not feeling like he has whatever this fourth cup is that's being offered to you, you don't want it. Maybe because you thought you would have got it before. If it was emotions or feelings from somebody else or some other situation in your life, you thought you should have had that already, so now that it's being offered to you, you don't really want it. Now this Queen of Swords and this Page of Wands energy, this could actually be you taking on this very, I don't want to say she's cold, but kind of aloof, kind of distant sometimes. Maybe you're separating yourself from this feeling. Like you don't want to like buy into it anymore. You're like, okay, well, I didn't get it and whatever, so I'm just going to move on. I'm not worried about it. So I feel like you're just kind of like, all right, well, let's just push that away, and I'm not going to pay attention to that right now because I don't really want to think about it. Then I have this Page of Wands, and this is off about, I feel like you have a lot of energy going towards something. Like you're feeling very positive about what you can actually make happen. But you want it to be more fun and exciting and, playful. And, like, kind of like with a quickness. I feel like you're saying, okay, I'm not going to pay attention to this anymore. I'm just, okay, this is whatever it was. And I'm not paying attention to it now, so you're turning your back on it. And that's what it looks like, actually. It's like, do you see these two? You got the Four of Cups here and the Queen of Swords here. It looks like she's turning her back on it. She totally doesn't want to have anything to do with it. That's not what she wants to bother with, male or female. That doesn't matter. Gender, it's not gender specific. It's just energy of. And just totally turning your back on it. And I think that you're looking out to this dude, and he's like, he wants to do something a little bit more exciting, a little bit more playful and, quick, like hasty or, a lot of effort and a lot of speed. Definitely wants to get a lot of speed. And then right here with this Eight of Wands, this feels like that's kind of what you were feeling there. Like these are, messages coming in really quick or things are happening really quick. And it's moving you right to this sunset. Not sunset, it's a sunrise. It's sun, okay? This is happy. This is joy. This is like everything that you could actually possibly think of right now. And it's right in the middle of your reading, so I'm kind of feeling like it's pretty pertinent. It's like pretty important here. And so it's not going to be for your forever, but, for this moment in time, for that moment in time, which your present time, it's very important. It's standing out to you because I think with you making whatever this is, whatever this action is that you want to take, and this fast movement, it's going to bring in something that's going to make you really, really happy. And right after that, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And this is almost like you've built up something so much to a point where you're feeling you have a decision, or you have a choice. You could either keep building up on this, try to get your 10 of Pentacles out of that. Or you can take this little pentacle that's over here, like it's fallen off the tree, and can he take that and plant that somewhere else? Like, are you thinking about, all right, well, maybe, I've done as much as I could possibly do with this. Maybe if I take a piece of this and plant it somewhere else, maybe something else will come out of it. Or maybe I'll actually have two pentacle bushes. You know what I'm saying? Like, in that sense. So either you're deciding to stick with what you know and know that it's going to work for you, or maybe I'm just going to take this one and see what I can do with it over here. Now this Page of Pentacles, that comes out, and this is, like he's setting priorities. He's thinking of goals and how he could actually do something. So that kind of makes sense with this, with the 7 being right here. I feel like that's where your thought is already. What can I move, or what can I do? Should I stick with what I know, or should I try to go into something else? Now I feel like you have this feeling of you're afraid of making a sudden movement because you don't want to be left out of something. So whether you do this or not, whether you stick with it or move to something else, in the end you're still going to be afraid of what is the outcome. And that's what that's where this whole thing comes into. What will be the outcome? And maybe you're too, gun shy to make that move. Maybe you've been hurt or, kind of get screwed when something like that happened before and you don't want to do it again. So you're kind of on guard about it. You're wary, and you're not really wanting to risk anything. But I feel like there's something on the inside of your head being like, you gotta take a chance. You have to take a chance at some point. And in the possible outcome area, I have this Justice card. So either you're waiting for something to come out as far as, if things are going to be fair, if things are going to be equal, if whatever decision that you make here is going to give you the equal benefit that what this 7 of Coins gave you, and make you feel, like with the sun and, the fast movement, or are you going to feel kind of left out? Let's clarify and we can see what we can find out. Oops, say 4 of Cups, 4 of Cups. All right, got the 4 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. All right, so I still, in the recent, I feel you were making those plans already. Like you were already thinking about those things in your head previously. Now you have this Knight of Wands energy, and you're feeling like, all right, you want to be able to, just be adventurous and, get things done and move forward in whatever it is that you're thinking about. And you were over here with this Page of Wands, so you're already thinking about it. And see, with this 4 of Wands, it makes me feel stability. This makes me feel like being grounded, in a sense. Not so much Pentacles grounded, but where this seems like stability to me. And you know what you have, and you don't want to rock the boat as far as what could happen. So that's why maybe you're just like, I don't know if I should make that kind of move or not. So maybe you're thinking about another job. Maybe you're thinking about, depending on what kind of, situation if whatever it is that you're into, it could be your job. Maybe you're thinking about switching jobs, or you're thinking about doing something else in the same line of your job. And you're just not sure if that's worth risking, I guess. This is Queen of Swords. Got the Hermit, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. All right, well, with the Hermit, all right, you're going in, you're saying, all right, let me just think about this. Before I make any sudden movements, I'm going to think about it and figure out how this could possibly work best for me. And whoever else is involved. I don't know if you have family or you have, people that depend on you. So maybe you don't want to rock the boat because there's other people that depend on you. But I feel like with this 2 of Pentacles, you're trying to juggle different things. And maybe you've got them, they're kind of in the air, and you're like, all right, well, I don't know which one I want. So you're looking at them both and saying, I could do this, but I might have to still have this, I have to be practical. I have to be sensible. So I feel like you want to do this, I'm going to get it done, and let's have this, but then you're still trying to be practical about the situation because you don't want to lose out somehow, somewhere. So what about this Page of Wands? The Knight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Two of Wands. There might be a relationship in this mix where maybe in that sense you do feel a little bit stuck, because if you didn't have to worry about anybody else, it wouldn't matter. Like, you can do pretty much anything you want and it wouldn't matter because nobody else is depending on you. Nobody else is, kind of with you in that sense, that where you risk something, they're risking something. Whether, they don't, like, you don't want them to risk anything. And so if you have whatever the stability is that you're offering, you know that if anything goes on with whatever you're thinking about and that happens, that somebody else is in that too. Like, they're in the same boat. They are in the same boat as you. So you're kind of feeling stuck because you don't want to risk that, their stability along with yours. And with this Two of Wands, I still feel like you're still putting things out there. You're still planning things. You're still seeing how you can how you could do things to make it work. Because you're definitely, you got it in your head. You want to do something different. Just not sure if it's going to be worth it to do right now. What about this Eight of Wands? Got the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands again, and the Nine of Wands. It looks like for whatever it is, the stability's there. Like, you're feeling very secure in whatever is going on in your life right now. You feel very secure. You're probably not, rolling in the dough type of thing, but you feel secure in what you have. But now you're still feeling like, okay, but I still want things to move. I want things to go a little faster. And these two Eight of Wands popped up, and I feel like this is definitely, you need things to move faster. Like, I don't know what it is you're waiting for. I don't know how you think whatever this comes in, whatever message you're waiting to get, whatever voicemail you're waiting to get, whether it's mail, Instagram, whatever, that you're waiting for something. But I think the waiting is actually causing you to feel a little bit, like you're almost like you're on guard. You're on guard. Because what if it doesn't come? Whatever it is that you're waiting for doesn't come. So you're feeling on guard about it. It's like, okay, well, maybe it's something that you've done a couple of times before, and it didn't come through, and it didn't hold up to its part. So you're just feeling on guard about it. So what about this Sun? Can you tell me about Libra and the Sun? Oops. We got the Page of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. I really feel like this is, all right, you have this idea in your head, and you're looking for like a new start, something that you're feeling real clear-headed about something. And you want to keep the cooperation going on, and you want to make sure that you have, teamwork and everybody's in on it and the collaboration. And this could be in home life, work life, however. But I feel like this is, I don't know if this is an end to something. I don't know if this is an end to a relationship or something in whatever it is that you were waiting for doesn't come through. And maybe that's what makes you feel this grief. So maybe you were just waiting for something and it didn't happen as fast as you thought it should. Or this couldn't be totally unrelated, really. So, let's see, what about the Seven? Or maybe it was about an idea that you thought you had and it's not going to manifest, so therefore you had to, kind of feel like a little butthurt about it. Got the Emperor, the Star, and the King of Cups. Well, all right, well, apparently you're making the hard decisions and you're doing things that you expect should work out. Everything should work out the way you think if the way things have been going, so you feel like everything should work out. So maybe you're looking at, but I feel like you're still hopeful about whatever idea that you had in there. So it's like right now I know this is working, so this is good, but yet I'm still hopeful that something else could happen with all this work that I put into this. I'm hoping that something else can happen, that I can move and build on this separately, like kind of like taking what I had here and build on it separately. That makes sense. And then in the whole scheme of things, you're still trying to feel like you be engaged and sensitive, and not become so distant from whatever it is that you're thinking about or people that you're around, that you want to make sure that you're not isolating yourself to the point where you're like not even fun to be around. This King of Cups can also be somebody else. I mean, this can be somebody else in your environment that I don't know if you have a relationship with them, or they could be somebody that you tend to go to when you have like things to work out. Like that could be your your conversation person. So what about this Page of Pentacles? Got the Tower, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Well, all right. So it looks like what I feel like this Tower comes around with this Page of Swords. I mean, this Page of Pentacles. Those new ideas and this thoughts that you had about laying a foundation, maybe on whatever it is, that other idea that you had. Maybe something came about and all of a sudden, wait, this isn't working. This isn't going to work. And see with this Ace of Swords, even though it can mean everything about new starts and clear head and good ideas, it could also be a double-edged sword. It's kind of like depending on how you wield it is how it could turn out. And I feel like you might have, I don't know, maybe you stepped into something that wasn't a workable situation. So maybe you thought, okay, I'm going to do all this, this, and this. And maybe somebody gave you bad information. Somebody, wasn't being truthful. So whatever it is that you thought you were going to branch off into turned out not to be a great idea. And when that happens, the universe will come around and just say, no. And they poof it away. Because, again, with this double-edged sword. So you don't want to do something that's going to make you lose everything or put everything at risk with this Five of Coins. So it's almost like the Tower comes in to stop you from even starting it. Yeah, it was just an idea at that point, and I feel like it stops you before it actually becomes a thing. All right, what about this Five of Coins? And there's no saying that you can't, again, try. I mean, absolutely, if you think it's a good idea, try for it. Oops. But sometimes it just, it doesn't work. But that's why we look to things like tarot and astrology just to see if we can get a heads up. And, well, that's a heads up. So whatever it is that you might have been thinking about, you might want to think about it again. Just like, sit back and look at it again from another way. Because, I feel like that idea, it's to an end. It actually is ended. You're not going to be able to carry on with this idea. Not that you won't be able to do it again sometime. But in this time, this phase, this time, it's not going to come out for you. But I still have... But your foundation's still good. You still feel good at what you're able to kind of bring to the table. Like, you can take care of yourself. You can take care of others. You're feeling really good about it, and you're trying to keep that stability in line. You're not going to try to give up something just because you had a good idea. So I feel like you're going to realize that. So you're like, okay, never mind. Let's table this for a little while. You may think about it at another time, but right now, not a great time. All right, what about justice? What can you tell me about Libra in March for justice? That's weird. This card was like the one that just like, it almost had no placement. Okay? All right. Justice for Libra. Again, wow. Justice, the Lovers, and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, howdy. All right, I have a feeling this looks amazing. You have to see this. But I feel like this is something, it's possibly in a relationship that you're in. Maybe you're waiting for something. You're waiting for something, maybe it's attached to them, how you would want to see what's going on with them, or something for the both of you. And it's going to end this, apparently it's going to end a karmic wheel for you. Like karma is all about, whatever you put out there and how you do it, and what the decisions you make will actually move that karmic wheel. So either you'll be on, you're not always going to be on top, but you'll be on side, or you'll be on the bottom. But hopefully, with you make the right decisions, that you won't be on the bottom very long, and it'll actually move on a little faster for you. But I feel like this is pretty interesting. So I feel like whatever it is that you're waiting for, well, that's why this Justice card made no sense at the end, because it's just like, okay, but no, that's apparently you're waiting for something. You're waiting for something that's going to come out, and I think it's between you and somebody else, and it's like an end of a cycle that you've been waiting for it to happen. Maybe that's why you were rushing things over here. So you're constantly been waiting, and hopefully it'll happen for you. Let's see what the moon has to say about this. Oops. A new start is coming. Look at that. That's the new moon. It's the new moon energy. There's no new moon right now, but this is the energy of it. So that's what this reading, it feels completely about. A new start's coming, because you had a bunch of like stops and starts, and I feel like that's going to be your new start coming. All right, Libra, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, if you can give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear if this resonates with you, and I will be seeing you in a couple weeks. All right, take care.